welcome back to Elden Ring. I'm bad at introducing stuff, so that's what I always do. I just say hello and welcome back to, ooh, that was weird, whatever I'm doing. Today, my plan is to go down this way, find the bonfire in this area, and try to get the dragon, which will be a lot harder than it should be, because it's not the most difficult enemy type, but with no health increase, it will be a little rough. But that's what I'm going to do for now. And I don't actually think I have any reason to do it. This is a little quest type thing to do, but I'll do that. Oh, again, wrong button. And then see how it goes. I need to find... This is a guy that you talk to near the dragon that says don't go fight the dragon, and then you talk to him afterwards. He's not really a very fleshed out character, because he mostly just kind of... He's hunting people and then he dies off screen, pretty much. It's over this way, I think. It's not a bonfire. It's a grace. The grace is down in this stretch. Might not be here, but it's closer to the cliff's edge. But this is going to be a lot of doing nothing, so I can chat about some topics that I was kind of thinking about, like just generally while struggling to sleep. Because who likes sleep? I mean, I bet a lot of people like sleep. I just hate it. Never quick unless I've been awake since 5 a.m. and on my feet for 8 hours. That's the only time I get to sleep quickly. But when sleeping, thinking about like whatever, like statistics, random topic, it's a fun... I think statistics on a surface level is very interesting. I have no interest in deep dives into the study of statistics. It's a respectable topic. I think this is where you get teleported to Caelid? Is that what it's called? You get teleported to the Scarlet Rot land. I don't know where the guy is, and I'm just gonna not look for him anymore. But yeah, statistics are fun because of how manipulatable they are. Oh, it really does show from really far away where this guy comes from. No, you're definitely able to jump off that. This is gonna go very poorly. Yep. I don't remember how they behave. I assumed it would attack forwards and not backwards. But getting one shot is kind of the highlight of why this is not a good idea. But yeah, like statistics can be manipulated very easily. Ooh, this is rough. And, there was a specific example that I was thinking of. Yes, the specific example that I was thinking of was how the word average can be manipulated. Because this is a like fictitious example. A company could say, oh, the average... I hit nothing there. The average wage is $200,000 a year. But that average, the CEO makes... Oh, I had numbers, but like... I might not fight the dragon. Because I'm not good enough to not make mistakes. And if I get one shot every time, it's just not going to work. But if... it was like, if every employee made $50,000 a year, like 9 employees, 1 CEO. If 9 of the employees make $50,000 a year, and the CEO makes $650,000 a year? Yes, $550,000 a year. then the average wage would be, you know, I'm probably not doing this. Because of, how did I not die? Because of reasons like that. So I'm actually just going to leave. It has too much HP for how much damage I do. There is a cave over this way, though. I really want to beat the dragon, but I don't have a reason to. I don't think it even gives you anything of actual value. But if 550k a year, the average would be 100k a year, which is twice what anyone is actually making. So it's like, it's grim. It's not good, but I do think that the way it can be... I don't have the lantern yet. Oh, not having a lantern sucks. Yeah, the way it can be manipulated is kind of... It's not good, but it is neat. How all based on what you say, you could make claims that are practically speaking false, because the average employee that isn't the CEO is not making that much money. There was another example. I can't remember what it was, but it's still mostly just the same basic idea that I find interesting. Ooh, how it's all very easy to work with. Doesn't help that I died to the dragon and couldn't maintain my train of thought, but I hate this enemy because I think basically every weapon bounces if it doesn't have enough, like, force behind it. And it just feels bad when you fight that way. I'm also not wearing armor, which does not help when fighting a dragon, actually. I bet I would take a lot less damage if I had any armor. But it is what it is. Someone died there. Ah, because of this guy, I assume. Yeah, okay. I think it might just be small weapons bounce. Or it's just that they take... Oh, rat. Oh, this is a vertical swing, so it's not the best for a rat. Not the worst, but... Yeah, there's something more interesting about statistics that I was thinking about. But, I mean, it can get to a different topic. When you fall asleep, you just kind of... There's a certain mix when you're sleeping and when you're still technically awake where... Mix is a weird way to put it. State. Where you're tired. You're not asleep. You're still awake. But anything... At the time, your thoughts are totally more or less clear, but you wake up and none of it be like joined even short-term-ish memory. Because I don't think it would technically qualify as long-term memory. Though short-term memory is minutes sort of scale, I think. The distinction is, oh, I hate this cave. This might be the cave where you have to spin to get the actual boss. And the boss is a troll that's pretty dangerous if you don't do it over-leveled. And I think I've only been here over-leveled. Because I always come back here. I always do Caelid. The 2 times I did it, I went through the Scarlet Rot first, so I was always several levels higher at best by the time I got back. I never did it at level 3. I'm more than level 3, I'm level 7. Oh, yeah, he's not dead. Oh, this game's back to the classic hit the wall to get the illusory walls instead of the Dark Souls 2 spam A for invisible walls. I haven't snuck once in this game intentionally. I'm pretty sure the boss... You have to like spin around in one of these to locate where the actual boss is, yeah, right there. Or if you're facing the wrong direction, you just will miss the boss. If this one is the boss, it might be the other spot. Yeah, no fall damage there, but if I'd fallen much further, I definitely would have died. Yeah, memory and sleep is an interesting facet of life. Interesting in that it's very frustrating. You could remember something. It could actually be something that you never actually experienced. Like, supposedly, if it's like there's some percentage of people, their first memory is something that would have been impossible to actually remember. Meaning that their first memory is fake. It's made up. Not something that they personally actually remembered. Based on like, oh, the memory would have been from when they were 3 years old, and that would have been, or below 3, and that would have been impossible because you only start forming memories when you're 3 years old, thereabouts. And so like, it then brings into question, how many things that you believe you remember from when you were that sort of age are actually things you remember? Or is it things that you imagined at that sort of age and then began to believe, oh yeah, that's a memory because I remember this memory of imagining this incident or this context, this event. It's a very, I mean, really, it's basically just don't think about it, is what it boils down to in my mind. Yeah, I've never actually fought this guy on level. I mean, he's pretty easy to fight, but I don't actually know his attacks because I would kill him in like 3 hits. I say it's an easy fight because it kind of has to be for where it is positioned gameplay-wise. Though the dragon outside is a lot harder damage-wise already because I got one shot every time I got hit. Ooh, I got lucky. Oh, I got lucky. See, that's what should have happened sooner. Oop, I did not input that. I was switching fingers. Ooh, he actually can stun lock you. That's good to know. Yeah. The idea of how ephemeral feels like it's too flower, like it's too flowery is a weird way to put it. It's too elaborate. Elaborate's not even, elaborate's not the right word either. Precious isn't the right word. Oh, lovely. Like it's it feels like it's a bit much of a word to use to say that it's to say that about memory, but it's interesting to me how little it, like how unreliable memory is. I can't remember the word, like I couldn't remember that I said ephemeral. It took me 5 seconds to figure out, oh yeah, that's what I had just said 20 seconds ago before that. Like, ugh, I'm just bad. need to avoid attacking the left leg because it doesn't stay in place. I'm dead. Ooh, I got lucky. I didn't technically get lucky. I just didn't mess up as much as I thought I did. Ooh, I was slow. Ooh. Yeah, this left leg is iffy to hit because he pulls it forward every time. Yeah, like, you can remember stuff for no real reason. It's all just some weird... For me, I can remember very specific stuff due to the weirdest associations that have been formed. Oh, wow, that was lucky. Oh, or not. Totally garbage on that, though. If he wasn't attacking into a wall, I could have maybe known what he was about to do. But because he was just attacking into a wall, I could not see what he was doing. I don't know how careful I need to be about that smash attack. But yeah, it's... It's just... Like, some things can be remembered. And there, like, I believe that there are some memories I have from when I was like 3 or 4 that are very difficult to know if they are actually memories or images that came based on stories told by my parents. And stuff like that are very... It's difficult to know, is that a real memory or is it simply a fabrication? I need to go back here to go to the Crimson Lands. I just find it's... I mean, I don't dwell on it because it doesn't matter, really. And some things I'm like, okay, it's almost certainly a real memory because, I mean, my parents don't remember it. But it's like, oh, there was a weird beach day in preschool, I believe. Don't know why there was a beach day, but I think there was like a beach day. We didn't go to a beach. It was just indoor beach day aesthetic. Very silly. Don't remember why, obviously, but... Oh, this is not the one I'm looking for. What a shame. I need to find the way to... I do think it is Caelid, based on potential memory. I just got a medallion. Kind of useless, huh? I'm pretty sure. Or was the shortcut to... Was the thing to Caelid in... was it in one of these ruins? Or was it in the Lake District? I'm really uncertain. Is this the Bloodhound? The Bloodhound is very rough early. Though it is a weapon that you can then use for the whole game if you want. I have nothing to do with her yet. I should go grab this. I'm not going to go back for the dragon. I really wanted to, but getting one shot is a little bit more than I want to play. I could also level up, huh? Why is she here?
Me. I'm searching for my purpose, given to me by my mother inside the Erd Tree. Long ago, for the reason that I yet live, burned and bodiless. There is something for which I must apologize. I've acted the Finger Maiden, yet can offer no guidance. I am no maiden. My purpose was long ago lost.
Interesting.
Shall I let my hand share them with me?
So much vigor do I want? I don't want... Okay, I want 1 level of strength, because then I can
The principles you would follow.
have them stop. I think I should aim for like 20 vigor, maybe 25, and then stop leveling vigor for a while. Because I have strength to level, I have intelligence to level. I will probably need some levels in dexterity. And if I want to use any like arts at Ash of Wars, I will need to level mind. I will probably not use a lot of spell casting actually, but this does nothing because, yeah, it has to be the same type. And now I can do this if I want. So now it's time to go get the map fragment. Whoop, I should probably kill that guy. Not that it's going to give anything super important, I think, but I should probably try to kill it. Okay. So, are there any stairs down? No, it's probably better to go that way and then go down. I don't think there's another option. Oh, wait. I pushed the dash button, forgetting that it dashes in the direction of the horse and not the direction that I'm facing. Productive. Yeah. I don't know, I was talking about memory. There's very specific memories that I imagine most people have. And there's probably people that can't remember stuff, so. Or there's people that don't remember in the same way. Like, there's people who can't imagine anything. There's people that can't imagine faces, but can imagine images. Like, I think those are separate. I'm not actually sure. I assume at the very least they would be related. I can't remember whether there's a condition wherein... Oh, is that the guy? Is he on that structure? If he is, I'm not going there yet. But I'm not sure if there is... There was a chance I would just die there. I'm not sure if there is a... If they're both separate things, or if one exists and they're both... I'm just mixing up the fact that there's one that is only faces can't be remembered. I know facial blindness is a thing, but I'm not sure whether facial blindness is like intrinsically the same as that or not. I'm not even sure the name of the being unable to imagine images in your head. I'm not sure what the name is. I think at one point I knew, but well, by one point I knew, I mean I've heard the name before. I just don't remember it because I'm very bad with remembering names. Is this a... Do I have any reason to go here right now? I don't think there's any reason to go here yet. It's very pretty. Yeah, no armor. How much do I get from this? Doesn't say. Just keeps going down and down. I kind of think I should change the I should heal. Should increase the volume a little. Volume. Maybe a little. And then the very pretty area. Very, very pretty. Very, very annoying to explore. Early game. But very pretty. But basically I can just get the grace and leave, because I have no reason to be here right now. I'll come back later. I don't need to enter that to travel. Above ground. I think going back up the lift would be faster. Um, or I could go back to what I was trying to do and try to locate the thing that automatically teleports you, which I still think must be in the burnt ruins, right? Oh, wait, no, this is what I need to mark. I need to mark this, not this. Because the one on the left that I marked is, I believe, the Bach quest. Because this is... I don't think this is where Bach and his stuff is. Birds. See, the issue... there's a chance that I wouldn't die if I dropped here, but there's also a chance that I would instantly die. It's very challenging to judge. I think I die? I'm pretty sure I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm not. And it's actually in the range that I take damage instead of insta-die. Weird. I think fall damage in this game is really poorly implemented. It's too much of a most of the time, it's either no damage or instant death. That's one of the few times that I've just taken damage instead of insta-dying. Oh, but that's the intended way down, huh? Because you can drop on those without taking any damage. I bet I could horse to there. Ooh. Game? He should have fallen off the cliff. Poor wolf. Lily, I want to get down there. Yeah, I don't think I can get down here. The chance that I could drop and then double jump onto one of the lower platforms? Oh, never mind. Here's probably where I go. I could probably just follow that shadow that I just saw. Probably should have jumped. Oh, that's not a safe place to be. One of those guys. Alabaster? No. These guys are not friendly. I am going to jump attack spam these guys if I feel... Ooh, God. That was very quick. I am going to jump attack. To take advantage of the fact they're very dangerous. They're a lot less dangerous than they should be. Because he actually... The fact that he can just be staggered is kind of wild. And the fact that he just missed there. Please give me a weapon that I can use. Ash of War, Gravitas. Neat. I actually don't think I've ever been here. Because I don't really explore. I'm not good at exploring. I'm like, okay, this is just a end of the world. Why explore it? And I just leave. What? Yeah, the lighting on that's a little weird with the water and stuff. It's very pretty. The only thing it makes me think of, though, is like rocky beaches that are like, they're called beaches. They don't have sand, so like, why would you go to them? Except we went to them regularly because there was some near my grandmother's house, sort of. I hate crabs. I mean, crabs are a lot less bad than the lobsters. Ooh, rough. The lobsters in this game are probably one of the harder crustaceans to fight in this series. Whereas the crabs are relatively easy compared to the lobsters that snipe you from across the map. I guess the lobsters aren't that bad if there's only one of them, but there's almost always another lobster that just shows up and shoots you from across the world. I can ride a horse. Okay, that makes me think there's probably nothing over here. I slid. I didn't jump quite fast enough. I need to get my souls back. But runes back. I'm gonna call them souls. Like, I respect changing it to runes, but they've been souls forever, so. But I dropped over here, so I know that it is safe. I don't know why I want to kill these guys. They didn't even drop any bones. Dangerous. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Memories are, you know, finicky. Like, I could tell you what the word for Wolverine in French is because of a French class. And it's probably a word that I'll never forget. I'm more likely to forget the word Wolverine than Carcajou. Because I don't even know why. It stuck with me. And it will never leave. Just like it will be difficult to forget what a thresher shark is, because in kindergarten, one of the toys that was in the classroom was a thresher shark. I'm in combat, technically. Guess I should just run away. Or I could ride that instead of just teleporting out. And like with regards to the thresher shark, it was like, oh. I mean, initially, when I learned what it was, I think I had to ask my parents what the type of shark was multiple times. Or it was either asking my parents or looking in like an encyclopedia. Just like an encyclopedia of animals that we had. And I mean, they probably still have it somewhere. Because why would you throw it away? Yeah, this is indeed where that dude's over here, I think. I'm not fighting these guys. It's not worth it. Oh, maybe the dude isn't here. I am just saying dude because I don't remember his name. I think it started with an H. Yeah, Crab City. I do kind of think I should try to get the bait. Grab the bait and get out. Yeah, crabs just show up out of the ground. It's a classic. I'm not fighting you. I don't need to. It's good times. I like these creatures. Come on, roll up, please. I wonder what inspired it. The rolling goats. Are they goats? Are they sheep? Are they... I think they're goats. They have... I mean, sheep can have horns, I think. But the creatures in question... I wonder whether they drew inspiration from the, you know, the fainting goats that were so popular. Oi, oi, oi. Magic. It's cheating. It's a one-on-one duel. How do you dishonor the duel? I mean, he actually waited till I killed him, so you kind of have to respect it. But, see, I was talking about memory earlier. Can't remember what I was saying just before that guy hit me with the sword. Genuinely gone. Don't even have the slightest guess. Well, actually, it wasn't the guy hitting me with the sword even, it was this guy shooting me. That's what distracted me the most. It was about goats. And the screaming goats. Because, yeah, that's exactly what crosses my mind. Like, the only thing beyond, hey, that's fun, that makes me think of is the fainting goats. Screaming goats come second. That's only because goats, like, nothing specific. No direct reason for Screaming Ghosts. I need to collect those. Because if I want to purchase stuff from the guy, I'm being very vague because I don't remember his name. If I want to purchase stuff from the guy, I will need to collect a bunch of those. Puppets that I'm not going to use, but if I want to collect them, I need a bunch. And then I can get the Dung Eater puppet and then not use it. Ooh, this guy didn't react. Light Pinion. Is that where the noble dude is? I thought he was... No, that might be further that way. I might make one attempt at whatever boss is in the Gale here. Gale. I'm not sure whether you actually pronounce it just as jail or not. Kind of a sad life to live. You scrabble around in the dirt and then some random guy murders you for no reason. Kind of not the dream, but they are kind of more zombies than actually sentient people at this point. Did I kill something to leave that there? Like, it's a weird... Why is this just sitting there? Actually, in my first playthrough, I spent a while killing these types of guys. Was it for souls? I can't remember why. It was pretty silly that I spent a while killing them. No, I killed them every time because I didn't actually check if they respawn or if they spawn in when you start the boss fight. So I killed them every time beforehand without taking the time to check. Ooh, this is this guy. Despite having fought this guy multiple times, this is going to go very poorly. Yeah, he's just way too quick. And I'm impatient. Dash. Come on. Okay. I'm always early on that. Okay, can't go for 2 hits. These combos are so weird. And that's always... I always roll early on that, so I was going slow, but it's still pretty quick. Ugh. I rolled way early on that. He is very, quick. And he changes up any potential combos. Like, he'll attack with an attack that you would generally assume is the final attack of a combo. Then he'll dash at you. And just continue going. Oh yeah, these guys are so silly. Wait, that guy has a normal eye. That guy didn't have a glowy eye. It had like a normal humanish eye. That's creepy. Very weird. I am gonna probably end up using this weapon for the first part of the game. That was so greedy, but it worked. Okay, he's too quick to get a strong attack in at all. Yeah, no, I can't attack that. That's dangerous. He should have gone for a dash attack there, is what it looked like. What was that? Can't go. I could have maybe gone for 2 there. Oosh. Dead. It's a very rough fight early game. Because it's probably... I think for when you encounter it, it's probably harder... Or for when you could encounter it super quick, naturally, without having to skip stuff. For when you encounter it, it's probably harder than a reasonable number of bosses later in the game. Like Gideon Ofnir. Spoilers. When you encounter him, he's definitely easier than this guy at this stage of the game. Yeah, that's why that first attack is greedy. Because, like, yeah, that swing doesn't always get followed up by more. So you're not actually, like, safe. It's not predictable. Whereas most, let's say, early game bosses are generally going to be reasonably predictable. With a few, like, specific exceptions. Ooh, that's a weird attack. I don't think I've ever seen that, because it kind of does nothing. I can't go up on that, because he can then follow it. Ooh, he didn't go for vertical. I assumed he was going to go for vertical there. Ooh, weird. I thought he was going to dash. Yeah, this guy's just so much more difficult than anything else you face quite... I mean, the actual Margot is probably harder, but by virtue of HP and damage, but it's still like there's a lot that is going on that he can change up. He's not always consistent. I hate when enemies in this game do this. They do it way more than I think Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 1. They just walk around doing nothing. Which is very frustrating because it's just a waste of time. And see, it wasn't even consistent there. Most of the time when he does that spinny downward slash, I'm free to attack him twice. That time I wasn't even safe to attack him once. Because he reacted to basically nothing, just differently. Playing a lot safer now, because I don't want to die again. Yep, like, sometimes he'll change that up and you don't get an attack in. I don't think it's bad. I think it makes the fight way more interesting than if he's predictable, but it's very neat how it's mostly just that it's a very early fight. To have that... I was greedy. I shouldn't have hit him twice. It's a really early fight to have that degree of variability where he goes for something, he maintains the pattern. It's not actually a pattern. It just changes. It also is very... It's not actually relentless. It's easy to heal, but there's not... He has fewer openings than Millennia. Like, Millennia, 50-60% of her attacks have a safe opening that you can consistently rely on to do damage. He seems like there's only one or two consistent openings. And even those, like this one here, I thought was consistent, but it's not. It's kind of crazy how few consistent opportunities to attack him there are. Because now he's always dodging it. And he dodged it again. And he dodges it again. Like, previously it was it seemed to be 100% consistent that he would be able to get hit twice there. Now it seemed for a second that it was 100% consistent that he couldn't be hit. Which for an enemy you can encounter so early is... Oh, that was a fake out. Yeah, that, like, getting into the pose for the claw attack and then not doing it. I don't even know if I need to roll there, actually. I might be able to get away with movement if I position appropriately. Ooh, that should have been a hit on me. Ooh, that should have been a hit on me. I should have been in range of that. Oof, okay. That was a very greedy heal. Yeah, that's not guaranteed because he'll almost always dash right there. I might not need to roll on that. I do think it's a great enemy. I hate that they show up again as like a basic enemy though. Like I think they become a relatively common generic enemy. Which makes sense because he's basically just a jailed knight, right? Yeah, I really don't think I need to roll there. Doesn't matter too much. I don't think I would get 3 hits in anyway, but... Yeah, this game has an issue where bosses seem to just sort of sit around pacing instead of doing anything actually threatening. Yeah, I don't actually need to, and he does that, so it doesn't matter. I'm rolling for safety. Don't need to roll when I'm that far away, but... Honestly, that was very greedy. I think purely from an overall quality of fight, I kind of do think this is... It's a more interesting enemy than Millennia because it's more balanced. It's easier. It absolutely is not a hard fight. But Millennia has 1 attack that's dangerous, maybe 2 if you don't know it on the second phase. There's a few in the second phase that if you don't know what's happening, you will die. But that fight is relatively mixed. There's like a certain degree of danger at all times. It's not just, oh no, does she do waterfowl dance? If she does waterfowl dance, I'm dead. I want to kill them to get money. Runes. I want to use the Bloodhound Fang because it's super easy to use. It's good. It's strong. But... Nope, wrong one. I need to go here before I forget. I'll do that next time. I will go into there next time. Yeah, Bloodhound Knight. Fun fight. How many souls do I get from this? 1,600, that's pretty good. I was gonna keep leveling health, but... Getting the... I'm aware you can... If you put it to this view, you don't need to close the interface every time. And that's pretty convenient. But that was more productive. I was going to level Vigor more, but I need the dexterity for that greatsword, which I'm not even going to use for too long, hopefully. Like, my plan is to replace it with either the imbue is not the right word, but either something that has been imbued with magic, probably. Magic or cold are the intelligence scaling ones I checked. I can't do that until Rhea Lucaria, though. So I would have to actually find an intelligence strength weapon to use. And I'm not going to research that right now, because I kind of want to just play the game without purely beelining for specific items. Though, I say that. I will do the Ronnie questline for that greatsword and use that greatsword, but... I'll fight this guy and that's where I'll wrap up. If I die, I die. He's really good at spinning in the air. Which, I can briefly talk about another topic, hey. Diving. The sport that is spinning in the air. Maybe I'll talk about diving next time. But I know a lot about it, or I used to know a lot about it. The dumb sport, though. I did it for several years. It's a very dumb sport. Because, like, water, when impacted at great speeds, is very hard. Though, would you be able to define it as hard? Because like, how would you define the hardness of water if you can't use, like, the Moore's hardness scale? So I don't know if you can define how hard water is. You can say that if you hit it at terminal velocity, it's the equivalent of hitting concrete at the same speed. That is very, spinny. He's doing a very good job of rotating. How is he not staggered yet? Like, how have I not triggered a weak point? Like, how is he still on his feet and not collapsed with a glowing weakness in his chest? This fight went worse than my last attempt at the Bloodhound Knight. Because I think my last attempt at the Bloodhound Knight, I didn't use more than a couple flasks. Whereas this one, I used all 5. And I got 2 back from killing him, but... that also might be enough for a level. Turtle. Oh! Okay, I need to stop. But I'm gonna position myself so that when I get back, I will actually see the, bug that I need to kill. Right here. I will see it for sure. So, I will continue right here next time. I might even talk about the sport of diving. What a bad sport. So, have a nice day. Bye-bye.